So that time Lord says that as per my promise I have appeared and you can go now. So the reference to the previous words which Lord spoke, he gives. So in this chapter, we'll just see the few slokas, initial few slokas. Shaunak Rishi tells, Kapilas Tattva Sankhyaata Bhagwan Atmamaya Jatah Swayam Ajah Sakshad Atma Prajnaptayi Nanam. So for human beings, to give them knowledge about Atmajnana, so Lord Himself appeared. So He is best of the human beings, He is best of the yogis, and hearing about Him, my senses are not satisfied. So then Suta Goswami says that just like you are asking me, similarly, Vidurji also had asked Maitreya Rishi, and then whatever he spoke, I am going to narrate that to you. So then Devahuti asks two questions. Nirvinna nitaram bhuman asad indriya tarshanat yena sambhavyamanena prapannantham tamah prabhu. So I am disgusted, completely disgusted with pursuit. Office के लिए. So in my pursuit to do sense gratification, I am completely disgusted, and doing that until now, I have fallen into the dark, deep well. So you are my eyes, and you are the eye for the whole world. Just like a sun is the sun drives away all the ignorance or darkness. So you will drive away all the ignorance or darkness in this world. So after praising and also asking this question, then Lord starts giving answer. Yoga adhyatmika pumso mato nishreyasaya me atyanto paratarir yatra dukkhasya cha sukhasya cha. So what is the definition of yoga? It is adhyatmik, it is long-term giving benefit, atyanta uparatihi, complete cessation of material happiness and material distress. The same thing I'm going to speak to you, which I spoke to sages before. So then the cause of souls becoming bound in this world. Just thinking about the sense subjects makes the person bound, and making the mind absorbed in the Lord makes the soul liberate. So or yesterday we took the end verses, 5 or 6 verses very fast. So we'll go through those verses again. So I'm hearing my own sound here echoing. Something can be done. Very disturbing. Cannot concentrate. Zero कर दिया. ये साउंड है क्या? Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay. So we'll again take this 5 verses because yesterday we covered them very fast. This prasanga majaram pasham atmanah kavayo vidu sayeva sarushu kruto moksha dwaram apavritam. So we will see the Tika of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this verse. I hope he is visible. The old text we have to. So Tasya Bhakti, this is the sloka number 20. And its Tika is even begins from here. Tasya Bhakti, उस भक्ति का साधु संग एव मूलम The association of devotees is the basic or root, moolam, iti sayuktikam ah. So this is spoken with proper logic and example. So if you see the translation of this, so the cause of bhakti is association with devotees. The word sayuktikam, so that is not translated, but it is very important. With proper logic, it is explained in this verse, sloka number 20. Prasangam iti, sloka that which begins with the word prasangam. Mokshasya, moksha dwaram. So mokshasya means salokyadehe dwaram apavritam. So moksha dwaram apavritam. So mokshasya means the meaning is given salokyadehe dwaram. Dwaram apavritam. So salokyadehe is the meaning of moksha. You see the translation here. The door for liberation in the form of same planet, etc., is open. Notice very too brief and not very easily understandable. Here, apavritam niravaranam. तो आवरण जो था वो निकाल दिया निरावरणम एकांतिक भक्तानाम अपि मोक्षः भक्तेः. Here niravaran is done not only for achieving moksha but also ekantiki bhaktanam api. So even for those who want to practice pure devotional service, to them also. When moksha bhaktehe ananu samhitam phalam bhavati. So the liberation is the side effect of bhakti. Ananusamhitam. So na anusamhitam iti ananusamhitam. It is not the primary goal that is achieved by bhakti. So moksha bhaktehe भक्ति का ऑफ भक्ति अन अनुसंहितम फलम भवति इति तथा उक्तम. So in this sloka it is clearly mentioned that moksha dwaram aparatam, this is like a side effect of bhakti. So association of devotees gives the bhakti main thing and the other thing, liberation is the side effect. So from the purport, Prabhupada quotes another sloka from 5th canto, 5th chapter. Mat sevam dwaram ahur vimukte stamu dwaram yoshitam sangi sangam. So prasanga, according to the context, the meaning changes. Prasanga in normal language is some incident, but with reference to this sloka, prasanga means is a deep attachment. So according to different context, the same word will have different meaning. Any other example? Guna. Guna is the very pronoun. Guna means quality. Guna means three gunas. And in Sanskrit, guna means A, A, O. These three letters are called as guna. Guna sandhi. So if the context is not taken into account, then the person will draw wrong meanings of the same word. So here deep attachment, it is ajaram. Ajaram means dridam, very strong. Or another meaning, it doesn't become old at all. Attachment remains ever fresh. Ajaram pasham, it is very strong rope. For whom? Atmanaha, Atma ko. Attachment is the great rope, a very thick rope. And this is spoken by Kavayaha. Learned people have said like this, not any ordinary person. But same prasangha, sa eva means sa prasangha eva sadhushu krutuhu, applied to the devotees of the Lord. So that opens the doors for liberation. Now going to the next sloka. So purport anyway you will read later on while finding out answers to the Purva Swadhyaya questions. So now that's sadhushu kruto. Which person should be considered as sadhu to which person our attachment should be developed. So that is spoken in 4 slokas. If you see here, Bhavati iti तथा उक्तम साधूनाम लक्षणम आह चतुर्भिः. साधुओं के symptoms are spoken in 4 slokas. Tatra tatastha lakshanam aha. So initially, the secondary symptoms, tatastha and another word is swarupa lakshana and tatastha lakshana. In this sloka number 21, tatastha lakshanas are mentioned, beginning with, the sloka begins with titikshavaha iti. तितिक्षवः कारुणिकः सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजातशत्रुवः शान्तः साधवः साधुभूषणाः. So, titikshavaha. So all the words are not mentioned, some words are understood. In Gita also, tam titikshasva bharata. So some words which are already known, the meaning is not given. Titikshavaha karunika. He is compassionate towards other living entities. And Surudaha Sarvadehinam. He is a well-wisher to all embodied living entities. Sarvadehinam. Ajata Shatravaha. The Shatru ka Shatravaha, this is a Guru ka Guravaha. So all the words are plural. Sadhu is not one, so singular qualities are not mentioned, but plural. So now the next word is Shantaha. Its meaning is given here. Shantaha Anugraha. न उग्रहा, ज्यादा उग्र स्वभाव वाले न होने वाले. अनुग्रहा. साधवः सरलाः. Very straightforward. Whatever is there in the mind, they will speak. Not that something in the mind and speaking something else. Saralaha. Then sadhu bhushanaha. So that word is explained here in 2 ways. So sadhun bhushayanti. So साधुओं को भूषित करते, मीनिंग मानयंती इति ति. जो साधुओं को बहुत मान देते हैं, so they are called as sadhu bhushanaha. It is one meaning. Bhushanaha, sadhu bhushanaha. Another meaning, yadva or sadhava eva bhushanani iva priya yeshamti. दूसरा मीनिंग क्या है? साधु ही साधवा एव भूषणानि एव प्रिया. स्वयं के आभूषण व्यक्ति को बहुत प्रिय रहता है. So the sadhus are dear to him as his ornaments are dear to him. So those personalities. So that personality should be called as saintly. In Bhagavad Gita, in which sloka the word sadhu is defined in some way? So although he has performed abominable activity accidentally, but one who worships me ananya bhak, so he should be considered as sadhu. So here tatastha lakshan. So yesham te, so te is 2 meanings are told. Then swarupa lakshanam aha. So now the swarupa lakshan is expressed or told in next sloka. So we read this purport yesterday, part of the purport. Someone may ill-treat him because the conditioned souls are not prepared to receive the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. They do not like it. That is their disease. The sadhu has the thankless task of impressing upon them the importance of devotional service. So nobody will say thank you. Thankless task of devotee. So we read this. Prabhupada gives other meanings. Nothing went wrong. I think I am disconnected from Zoom. So should I continue or stop? Okay. Okay.
You're there on Zoom, Prabhuji. You're able to hear.
So now Swarup Lakshana is mentioned in this sloka. Mai ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti ye dridam matkrite tyakta karmanas tyakta svajana bandhavaha. So tika for this sloka, it comes here. Swarupa Lakshana Maha. What is the primary symptom of sadhu? So anya, one minute. What is the number? I forgot. Hmm? वो तो अलग है. 326 412. ये नेट कनेक्शन में प्रॉब्लम है. बीवी आरवी अभी गायब हो गया. दूसरा आ गया कुछ, ये आ गया. ओके, let's continue. तो अन्य आदि पदानाम अनन्य, तो जो श्लोक में शब्द है मई अनन्येन योगेन. सो अन्य आदि पदानाम सदृश अर्थ. ओके, डिस्टर्बेंस. सदृश अर्थ ग्राहकत्वात् न विद्यते. So there is no one similar to me that is explained by the word anya ityadi. So anya aham eva aradhya. So other personalities except me, there is no one to be worth worshipping. Aradhya Brahma Rudradi Vishaya. So devatas like Brahma Rudra ityadi also. So they uh, consider me only. So I am Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. So all the devatas and everything is me only for them. यस्य तेन भावेन दास्य सख्यादिना अतएव एकमात्र विषयत्वात्. So I am the only object for their different emotions. Bhavena. So ananyena bhavena bhavena means dasya sakhyadina ataiva ekmatra vishayatvat. So only one goal they have, therefore they are really dridam. Mat krite mat praptyartham. So in order to achieve me, so they give up sarva dharman parityajati yukte. And another reference is quoted from Bhagavatam, sloka number as mentioned 22. 9.4.65. ये दाराग्र पुत्राप्त प्राणान वित्तम इमं परम हित्वा माम शरणम याताः कथम ताम त्यक्तुम उत्सहे. So those who ये दारागार घरदार पुत्राप्त son and relatives pranan, so even the, so they are like pran or even the life itself. Vittam imam param. So all these things, wealth, etc. Hitva mam sharanam yataha. Those who give up all these things and surrender unto me. Katham tams yaktum utsahe. How can I give them up? Such pure devotees give up their homes, wives, children, relatives, riches, and even their lives, pranan, simply to serve me. Or mam sharanam yataha, without any desire for material improvement in this life or in the next. How can I give up such devotees at any time? So with reference to this sloka. Tyakta karmanah, tyakta swajana bandhavaha. So this is the primary symptom of a sadhu. Secondary, but majority of times we quote the secondary symptom only. Primary symptom is not even so much stress. Connected now. Shambhu, again tell the number. Or you type 326 412 819. Okay, going ahead. मदाश्रयः कथामृष्टाः शृण्वन्ति कथयन्ति च तप्तपन्ति विविधास्तापा नैतान् मद्गतचेतसः. So tika for this sloka. Mrishtaha. The sloka, the word is coming mrishtaha. In shuddha amayiki, pure and not illusory. Etan bhaktan tapa adhyatmikadayah. So to such devotees, tapaha means adhyatmik ityadi adayah na tapanti na vyathayanti. Ete tapaihi na abhibhuyanti. So these trivid tapas, tapahi na abhibhuyanti. They don't become influenced by these three tapas. So why? So chet means question. Madgata chetasaha. So their chetana is absorbed in me. So smarana dardhyavantaha jneyaha. So their remembrance of me is very dardhyam, is very deep. Sarva sangha vivarjitaha. The word comes in 24th sloka. So purushartha chatushtaya asakti shunyaha. So they don't have any attachment for dharma artha kama moksha. So that is the meaning of sarva sangha vivarjitaha. So now we go to sloka number 25. 24th already we covered. So there is an exercise in the open book assignment. So on one hand, we have to become attached to such a sadhus, plural. So sadhus who are from scriptures, sadhus like our own spiritual master, sadhus from in our parampara, 200 years before, in the scriptures, thousands of years before, few decades or few centuries before, then our own spiritual master, and there should be other 2-3 devotees to whom we have attachment. So to the degree to which they show these symptoms, naturally we become attached. We should become attached. So that is one part. And some newcomers or those who are junior to us, so they will also become attached to us. So it is both way. So what page number I think ये section का unit का last page. Page number 178 from this handbook. Discuss the relevance for society in general of association with sadhus with reference to 325.20. And another question, select some qualities of a sadhu mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 325:21 to 24, which you find particularly inspiring. Discuss your plan to further develop these qualities in yourself. So just few minutes we'll spend on this. What are the symptoms of a person becoming attached to another person? When A becomes attached to B, A speaks a lot of qualities about B, or his mind is either directly, visibly, or in the background. The form, नाम, रूप, गुण, लीला उसका चलता रहता है. So this girl and boy relation, from that you can draw this lesson. So we have to ask, are we doing like that? हमारे साथ ऐसा कोई अब तक हुआ है क्या नहीं? We are just hearing about this attachment. We have to develop attachment to devotees, but are we really doing it? Or just theoretically speaking, hearing, and not applying it? So the material aspect of attachment, person doesn't see the faults, and then only for temporary benefit he becomes attached. But real attachment, ignoring this material aspect of attachment. One symptom I told, that we should always speak about the person to whom we are attached, or at least contemplate about his qualities within us. So you can tell few more. Yes, that physical association, or try to serve him if the opportunity comes. Second way, hearing from him. Yes, in a way, or yes, 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 or or yes, yes. Next could be finding out details about his life, biography. Outside world, somebody becomes fan of Hitler. So Hitler के एकदम year wise incident क्या हुआ है? He is always keen to find out those details. So the sign of attachment, he wants to know उनकी ये एज में क्या हुआ, ये एज में क्या हुआ. It's okay, correct. One. Any other? So this should be done, but we did not do before. So anyways, so if you think, you can personally think more and solve that question also. Going ahead now, slogan number 26. तां प्रसंगान् मम वीर संविदो भवन्ति हृत्कर्णरसायनः कथा तज्जोषनादाश्वपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धा रतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति. So satam prasangat, satam means those saintly personalities association. From that saintly personalities association, mama kathaha. So my katha, so what is the qualification or adjective or qualifier for that katha? So virya samvidaha. So in that katha, my virya should be explained properly. Otherwise, there are many satsang, but in that satsang, the sat personality or supreme personality, his activities are not described. So that is not real satsang. So here, virya samvidaha. We'll see in the tika also the meaning of this. So this mama kathaha, so having mama virya samvidaha, so that katha hrit karna, hriday ko or karna ko rasayanaha sukhadaha bhavanti. So it becomes very pleasing. And by that katha, tad joshanat means sevanat, ashu, very soon, apavarga vartmani. So it is again avidya nivritti vartma means the road or path. Mama vartmanu vartanti. So vartman is the shabda. So vartmani. So apavarga vartmani. So on the path of liberation, Shraddha, faith, then Rati, Bhakti, Anukramashati. These things step by step in sequence they follow. So first we'll read the Tika of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this sloka and then come to Prabhupada's translation. साधु संगत एव भगवती मनोरतिम वहति इति अत्र क्रमम आह. तो साधु संग में ही भगवान के प्रति जो प्रेम है, साधु संग ही भगवान के प्रति होने वाला प्रेम का वहन करता है. वहति इति अत्र क्रमम. सो इसका क्रम बताया इस श्लोक में. सताम इति, सतामी शब्द से चालू होने वाले श्लोक में. तो संघ प्रार्थ्या इति पूर्वोक्त है. So one should pray for the association of sadhus. So that is mentioned in which sloka previously? Sloka number 24. Correct? Last line. So that is prayed purvokti. So prathamam shraddha. So initial faith. So there are two types of shraddha. One is initial faith and there is another shraddha in the Lord. So that is again coming in the fourth line here. So here shraddha and here ki prathamam shraddha tataha satam prasangat. So satam prakrushtat sangat. तो ये प्रसंग प्र अलग किया है और संग अलग किया है. प्र मीन्स वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग एसोसिएशन. प्रकृष्टात् संगात मम कथा भवंती. तो बहुत इंटेंस एसोसिएशन से ही मेरी कथा बहुत सुखदायक लगती है. यहाँ पर भवंती इति यहाँ जरा पॉज फुल स्टॉप कहाँ देना है इसको होना तो इति. Then Adau, in the beginning, Adau, aprakrishtat sangat bhajana kriya matram natu katha. Initial sangha is not very strong. Aprakrishtat sangat bhajana kriya matram. Initial less intense association gives rise to only bhajan kriya. The katha doesn't appear very pleasing to him. The katha is not very relishing to him. Only he becomes inspired to follow bhajan kriya. Uske baad, when he engages himself in bhajan kriya, tataha prakrishtat sangad anartha nivartikaha katha bhavanti. Then only the intense association makes the katha very relishable. Tataha taeva katha. So thereafter, tataha means thereafter, ताएव कथा, वही कथा निष्ठाम उत्पादयन्त्यो, तो निष्ठा को उत्पन्न करती है. मम वीर्यस्य मम महात्म्यस्य संवित. तो संविदः इन द श्लोका द वर्ड इज कमिंग वीर संविदः. उसमें से ओनली संविद ये शब्द लिया है. तो वीर्य यानी कि महात्म्य, मम महात्म्यस्य संवित यानी कि सम्यक कंप्लीट, वेदनम डिस्क्रिप्शन, यतः तो इससे तथा भूता भवंती. सो देन ओनली दैट कथा बिकम्स वेरी रिलीशेबल. ततः रुचिम उत्पादयन्तः कर्णरसायनः भवन्ति. सिमिलर मीनिंग. ततः ताम कथाम जोशनात्. जोशनात् मीन्स प्रीत्या आस्वादनात्. Joshanat has meaning just hearing or with hearing with pleasure. Priti asvadanat. Apavargah vartmani eva So this path of liberation. So, Tasmin Bhagavati Shraddha. So now the Shraddha in the Lord, previously only basic faith. Vinasakti, Ratihi, Bhava, Bhakti, Premaha, Anukramashati, iti Anukramena Bhavishati. In sequence. Samprati Maya Pravartimana Bhakti eva Anukramena Lok. So whatever I am going to speak about Bhakti, people will follow this path. Loki Pracharishati iti Artham. Or someone can read the translation and the highlighted portion from the purport. Whose turn is there?
The association of a devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begins. Simply by theoretical knowledge or study, one cannot make any appreciable advancement. One must give up the association of materialistic persons and seek the association of the devotees, because without the association of devotees, one cannot understand the activities of the Lord. Non-devotees cannot appreciate Krishna consciousness by reading the Srimad Bhagavatam or any other Vedic literature wherein the activities of the Lord are described. They think that these activities are fictional, manufactured stories because spiritual life is not explained to them in the proper mood. When one contemplates and tries to understanding the transcendental activities of the Lord, the path of liberation is open and he is freed. Association with the devotees means association with the Lord.
So there is a shloka also in Moha Mudgar Stotra. So Bhakti Yoga Yukta चित्तस्य ग्रहणे चित्त का वशीकरणे यतः जो प्रयास करता है. This practice or this endeavor is done rujubhihi yoga margaihi yati. This is this rujubhi means very easily performed. This yoga marga hai, bhakti yoga marga hai. See the टीका for this. उद्धाम भक्ति मुक्त्या इति भक्ति शब्द से चालू होने वाला श्लोक. दृष्ट श्रुता दैहिक आमुष्मिकात. तो दृष्ट means दैहिक सुख. Immediate senses are आमुष्मिका. Amushmika means परलोक, heavenly pleasures. तो सुखात मद रचना नाम. तो मद रचना अनुचिंतया का meaning मद लीला नाम अनुचिंतया. लीला नाम अनुचिंतया योग युक्त सन. So sun is becoming connected in this योग. चित्तस्य ग्रहणे यानी कि स्ववशीकरण. चित्त को कंट्रोल में लाने के लिए यतो यानी यत्निंग टू डू दैट यत्नवान अपि रुजुभिः भक्ति संवलितत्वेन सुगमैः. तो भक्ति से युक्त सुगम योग मार्ग के द्वारा मार्गैः what is yatishate. So those who will take birth, those human beings will endeavor to do this with the help of this bhakti. Translation. Pustan is the next.
Thus, consciously engaged in devotional service in the association of devotees, a person gains distaste for sense gratification, both in this world and in the next. By constantly thinking about the activities of the process of mystic power, when one is actually situated on that path of devotional service, he is able to control the mind. But a devotee in the association of devotees prefers to contemplate the activities of the Lord, how he has created this universe, how he is maintaining it, the Lord's pastimes are going on.
So what is the word connecting to this? On the sloka, Rachana Anuchintaya. So three more things. How he has created the universe, this universe, how he is maintaining it. Kingdom, the Lord's pastimes are going on. So this portion, how in the spiritual kingdom the Lord's pastimes are going on, it is from what we read just now. Man Lila Nama Chintaya. Just now we read it here. Mad Lila Nama Anuchintaya. Sridhar Swami's Tika. Sridhar Swami mentions Rachananu Chintaya means Lord's activities of creating, maintaining and destroying this world. So here, Bhaktya Tasya Anuchintaya. सृष्टि इत्यादि रचन पालन और संहार की लीला. तो इसका भी चिंतन होना चाहिए. Not only Lord's activities in Vrindavan. So usually how Lord creates this universe, उसका भी चिंतन होना चाहिए. It comes. Narad Muni asked Brahmaji described about creation. Maitreya Muni also describes it. And here Kapil Muni is going to describe the next chapter. Look.
The sincere devotee who associates with devotees gets the opportunity to hear and contemplate the subject of the taste for so-called happiness in this or that world, in heaven or on other planets.
So this and that श्लोक में कौन सा शब्द है? दृष्टश्रुता. Yes.
A very suitable word used here is rizubhi, or very easy. There are different processes of yoga marga, attaining yoga perfection, but this process, devotional, is the easiest process, but the result is sublime. Everyone therefore should try to take this process of Krishna consciousness and reach the highest perfection of life.
सेवयायं प्रकृत्य विजृंभितेन योगेन मय्यर्पितया च भक्त्या मां प्रत्यगात्मानं इहावरुन्धे. So here the word is मुझको मां प्रत्यग आत्मा. So what is इह in this world आत्मानं इह avarundhe. So avarundhe means he achieves me even while living in this earth or on this. So there are many words in Tritiya Vibhakti. Asevaya. He doesn't render service to whom. So प्रकृति की तीन गुणों की ये सेवा नहीं करता. What is the cause for this? Jnanena vairagya vijrumpitena. By the knowledge that arises by doing Nishkam Karma Yoga. Jnanena vairagya vijrumpitena means hiyatva vichara. So it is very inferior kind of happiness, therefore that kind of vairagya he is able to give up this sense acha bhaktya. So all this may arpita, जैसे माया का माया वैसे may arpita का may arpitaya cha bhaktya. So he doesn't render service his lifetime only, he achieves me. Something from the Tika, shloka number 27. So yogam utva jnanam aha. Marga, yoga marga, jo bhi yoga marga. So now jnanam aha. Asevaya iti. प्रकृतेः गुणानां मीन्स विषयानां या असेवया material nature. So that is nothing but nishkama karma labhya. So he achieved the state of nishkam karma yoga. Yeah, result of performing nishkam karma yoga is to develop deeper knowledge. यद ज्ञानम तेन माम प्रत्यगात्मानम, तो प्रत्यगात्मानम तो उसका मीनिंग क्या है? तत्पदार्थम। तो तत्वम में जो तत् बोलते हैं, इट इज अवरुंधे प्राप्नोति योगेन इति क्षमादिनाम अपि ज्ञान ज्ञान अंगत्वात्। उत्तम इत्यादि जो नियम भक्त्या इति, सो भक्ति विना भूतस्य ज्ञानस्य वैफल्यात्। So without bhakti, living entities knowledge becomes without devotion in the heart along with knowledge.
Thus, by not engaging in the service of the modes of material nature, but by developing Krishna consciousness, in which the mind is always fixed in the devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one achieves my association in this very life, for I am the Supreme Personality, the Absolute Truth. Unless one has a good engagement, the attachment to the material service.
So asevaya. So asevaya material three modes का influence सेवा खत्म नहीं हो सकता unless we have good spiritual service.
When one engages in the spiritual act, get any opportunity to engage in sense gratification activities. Krishna conscious activities are performed not blindly, but with a perfect understanding of knowledge and renunciation.
Okay. वैराग्य विजृंभिते. Further questions. देवहूति उवाच काचित् त्वयि उचिता भक्तिः कीदृशी मम गोचरा यया पदं ते निर्वाणम् अंजसान् अवाश. So devotee is asking, Kachit means cast with what kind of bhakti is suitable, uchita, mama gochara, especially a woman like me, what kind of bhakti is suitable. So yaya, that bhaktya, yaya bhakti padam, aham anjasa anvashnavaha. So by that bhakti, yaya, te nirvanam padam. So your lotus feet. So that lotus feet is having the adjective from becoming nivritta from material engagements. Nirvanam, padam, anjasa, very easily prapsyami. So what kind of devotional service is best, so especially suitable for me, and by that I can easily achieve your lotus feet. Number 28. Kachiditi. Kasvit ityartha. Kachidi shabda ka kasvit. What kind of? Why be engaged in you? This is the meaning. So na yujja manaya iti anena. So where this sloka came? I think 19th number sloka. So Lord told that except engaging oneself, no other auspicious marga or auspicious activity in this world. So you have already heard this, and therefore she is asking, Yujya manaya bhakti utkarsh, bhakti in which I should engage myself in. So iti bhakti utkarsha shravanat mama shriya kidrishi gochara. So a woman like me, how can I perform this? Gochara means jnatum kartum cha shakya. So I can understand and I can practice it. So able to practice them. Padam Yashabdakartha, your lotus feet, and Nirvanam, Nivritti Swarupam. So additional slokas are quoted. We will not go into it. Next.
On hearing this statement of the Lord, Devahuti and practicing to help me easily and immediately attain the service of your lotus feet. Devotional service most suitable for different types of devotees is determined and fixed by the mercy of the spiritual master.
So, Prabhupada engaged many devotees in many different services according to their nature. Teachers should have. Otherwise, Shivagava Prabhu, incidentally it came to you only. Otherwise, only need-based things we try to do, and then for long term it is not beneficial. Yogo Bhagavad-vano Nirvana Changani Yatastattvavabodhanam. So that yoga, jo yoga, yaha yoga. If you see word to word meaning, उत्तर यह है, श्लोक में यो दिखता है, but in word to word meaning it is यह only. So भगवत बाण हो, like the arrow targets particular target object. So that yog which targets the supreme lord, भगवत बाण है, and nirvanatman. So yes, nirvanatman, he परमानंद मूर्ति, personification of supreme pleasure, nirvanatman. वो योग त्वया उदितः, so you have उदितः उदय किया है या शुरुआत की है. So कीदृशः, what kind of, so similar अंगानि, how many angas or how many limbs are there for this व्यक्ति. यतः तत्व अवबोधनम. So this say यतः तत्व अवबोधनम. So this elements of padartha can also be understood by this. So we'll see something from the Tika. Number 29. ये 29 इसका टीका नीचे. त्वत् सम्मतायाम भक्तो एवं मम जिज्ञासा. हालांकि आपके मत से सहमत जो भक्ति है श्रेष्ठ है, यद्यपि त्वत् सम्मतायाम भक्तो एवं मम जिज्ञासा, उसके बारे में ही है चिकीर्षा, जानने की इच्छा, चिकीर्षा एंड जिज्ञासा, चिकीर्षा सिमिलर मीनिंग. तदच तदपि ज्ञासुना निजमतम ज्ञेयम परमतम बुधैहि. तो जिज्ञासु व्यक्ति का सिम्टम क्या है? ही प्रेजेंट्स हिज ओन मत, जिज्ञासुना, जिज्ञासु के द्वारा, निजमतम ज्ञेयम. So his own opinion is understood. After that, इति नित्य योगश्च ज्ञानश्च मम जिज्ञास्यामि इति आह. ये जिज्ञासा मेरी है, जिज्ञासा. So this is like extra information she wants to know. भगवती बाणः तत्र क्षिप्तः शर इव. So the yoga targets towards the shara इव is yoga. यह भगवंतम लक्ष्य करोति इति अर्थ. तो लक्ष्य केवल भगवान की प्राप्ति है, इसलिए भगवत बाणः. निर्वाणार्थ मोक्ष प्रयोजकः. So the word निर्वाणात्मन, so some places it is taken as मोक्ष प्रयोजकः. तथा यथा यतः तत्वान्, so to know them tattva completely. Translation.
The mystic yoga system, as you have explained, aims at the supreme persistence. Please let me know the nature of that yoga system. How many ways are there by which one can understand in truth that sublime yoga? Bhagavad Banaha is very significant. Banaha means arrow. The Bhakti Yoga system is just like the Bhakti Yoga system never urges one towards the impersonal Brahman effulgence or to the point of Paramatma realization. This Banaha or arrow is so sharp and swift that it goes directly to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, penetrating the regions of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma.
And then continue from 30. किती येते हेच करतो का नेट प्रॉब्लेम होता आणि $26 इसमें एक भक्तिया भी है और ज्ञान में knowledge and enunciation. Actually आगे आएगा हूँ तो ज्ञान लिमिट्स से so that part knowledge so वो होने के बाद ही भक्ति और भी हो सकती 26 27 में तो नहीं है 27 है हाँ 26 so this is referring to Bhakti Mishra ज्ञान योग तो ये योग मार गई है योग युक्त योग मार गई एग्जैक्टली बहुत डिफरेंट है इतना I cannot say more than this. You will Shamru. हो गया मैं तो कुछ लोग बाकी okay continue so there is no Zoom I don't know others are getting or not ये चल so I'm not able to show the screen to them 2-3 times I joined but it is getting disconnected automatically okay next slogan तद एतन्मे विजानीहि यथा हम मंदधीर हरे सुखम बुद्धि दुर्बोधम योषा भव तो तद एतद तद एंड एतद मीनिंग दुर्बोधम so दुर्बोधम मीन्स दुःखेन अपि बोद्धुम अशक्यम अपि with great difficulty so अहम मंदधि so I am very dull intelligence होने वाली मंदधि तो जिस प्रकार से यथा अहम मंदधि विजानीहि यथा सेन एव बुद्धिया without much difficulty I can understand what is very difficult to understand so accordingly vijanihi you explain and hare is the sambodhan for hara also and hari also so in Hare Krishna Mahamantra both can be applied information so bhavat anugrahat by your mercy yosha a less intelligent woman like me also can easily understand what is very difficult to understand so please explain it to me in that way in the tika for this sloka number 30 the small tika tat meaning therefore etan so this now therefore this bhakti me mama vijanihi vidnyapaya. So make me understand what is bhakti. Next, what you can read the translation.
It is very difficult for me to understand the absolute truth because my intelligence is not very great. But if you will kindly explain it to me, even though I am not very intelligent, I can understand it and thereby feel transcendental happiness. Devahuti requested her great son to be merciful towards her because by the grace of Kapila Deva, it was quite possible for her to understand the absolute truth, even though the subject matter is very difficult for ordinary persons, especially women.
Women have emotional intelligence and men have rational. So this rational part is not. So here you can see Hare, oh my Lord, like Sambodhan. So next what happened? मैत्रेय उवाच विदित्वार्थं कपिलो मातुरित्थं जातस्नेहो यत्र तन्वाभिजातः तत्त्वाम्ना च वै भक्तिवितान योगम्. So Maitreya Rishi is telling to Shaunak Rishi. So Itham, so in this way, Itham Kapilah Matuhu Artham means Prayojanam Viditva. Understood the purpose or Prayojan of his mother. So Jatah Sneha. So that sneha or affection was aroused in the heart of Kapil Muni because in her own yatra, his own body, Tanu Abhijata. So his appearance happened through the womb of Mother Devahuti. So Tattva counting. So yat Sankhyaam Pravadanti. So what is called as Sankhya. So it is along with Bhakti Vitana Yogam. So it is also having combination with Bhakti Vitana Yogam. So some portion from Ika. Yes.
Devati had requested that please tell devotion. In response, how is that Kapila ministering Sankhya, which is apparently to be very difficult.
So here she also inquired about sloka number 29. Vidnyasuna Nijamatam Niyam Paramatai Bhuve. So in 29th, she also mentions about knowing Gyan also. It is not that only about Bhakti she wants to know. Further also, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur will make it. Bhakti Upasaka Janaihi Api. So out of curiosity, the devotees also should try to inquire about knowledge. आगे आएगा. So in 29th. So this devotee watch only 29th. So bodhanam. जिससे तत्व का बोध हो जाएगा. That yoga. So she also inquires about Jnana also, not only Bhakti. She wants to know others' opinion. 29, exact English translation for whatever Sanskrit we read. I should know and perform, not know and perform Bhakti approved by you. However, it is said that the inquisitive person knows his own idea. Thus, I should also inquire about yoga and jnana, bhakti yoga and jnana, then Bhagavad Bana. So it is both. So from Ika sloka number 31, correct? Artham is tham, matuhu artham. So artham is prayojanam. Snehe hetu. So why that affection aroused in the heart of Kapil Dev. So he appeared from her womb, therefore. तो ये तत्वाम नायन्ते अनुक्रम्यन्ते. तो जिसमें ये काउंटिंग अनुक्रम्यन्ते किया जाता है. सो दैट इज इसमें तत् यत् सांख्यम प्रवदन्ति तत् प्रोवाच. It also has a component of bhakti as well as yoga. So that he started speaking. Yes.
Why explicitly it's like mentioned that because he was born from her womb, because Lord is himself very compassionate and he's means now why that has come out as a factor about compassion, because a great soul is compassionate for any fallen soul. What to talk about an inquisitive soul as sincere disciple.
That bodily relation makes the heart soft, and whatever he can explain or give information, so that wholeheartedly it will come out. अर्जुन को जो नहीं दिया था knowledge, अश्वत्थामा को दिया था. So this personal understanding. Anyone else wants to share something? So this material aspect, because my body was born from your womb, so that's why this part is coming. Whatever is given the picture from that only we can speak. Otherwise, it will become mental speculation. So better to shift it from Tika.
Sri Maitreya said, after hearing the statement of his mother, Kapila could understand her purpose and he became compassionate towards her. He described the Sankhya system of philosophy, which is a combination of devotional service and mystic realization, as received by disciples.
Bhakti Vitan Yogam. So Sankhya philosophy, it doesn't mean only Jnana. In Bhagavad Gita also, Sankhya Yoga Kutabala, Pravadanti na Panditaha. Etad Sankhya Yogam cha. Something cannot be differentiated. Only Balish mentality, Balaha Pravadanti. So here also the same point is coming. So no purpose to this. Just complete this sloka. Even if one is followed properly, it gives result of both. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Devanam Gunalinganam Anushavika Karmanam Sattva Evaika Manaso Nimitta Bhagavati Bhakti Siddhir Gariyad Bhakti Siddhir Gariyasi Animitta Bhagavati Dharmati Bhakti Siddhir Gariyasi. So now Ya Bhakti पुल्लिंग होता तो यह राम यह कपिला तो इस भक्ति स्त्रीलिंग therefore या भक्ति ही so devanam means indriyanam gunalinganam so gunalinganam that by using the senses so by using which we understand the quality and attributes of the object. So devanam gunalinganam both are in same vibhakti. Anushravika karmanam, so anushravika means the spiritual master. Anushravika karmanam, and another meaning manasaha vritti. So ये इंद्रियों की वृत्ति and manas mind की वृत्ति या वृत्ति ही सत्वे एव. So only सत्वे means हरो एव, only in the supreme it is applied swabhaviki naturally, and the different senses and even injunctions of the scriptures when it is applied only into the supreme. And ya animitta, so it is unmotivated, animitta, no nimitta. So Bhagavati, so Siddhe, Siddhe means Mukte, Gariyasi, it is far superior than impersonal liberation. So we'll see the long beginning from here. Tatra Bhakti Vitanam Vaktum Kachit Tvayuchita Bhakti iti Pushtva Bhakti Vitana Yogam. ये बोलने की इच्छा है वक्तुम काचित्व उचिता भक्ति इति पृष्ठाम. So Devati asked this question to be performed to you. So Bhagavati yuktam uttamam nirgunam bhaktim lakshayati. So now that pure devotional service is intended and it is described in this sloka, Devanamiti. So actually it is sattva eva, shuddha sattva murto haro eva. The form of pure goodness. Lord Hari only, Natu Devantare. So here the meaning gets cleared, only in the Hari. So these three Devanam of the scriptures and the mind, all these vrittis should be applied in the Supreme. So here one question will be raised. It's a long commentary that I'm taking only selected sentences. So Sattve eva indriyanam vritti iti. So मन की जो वृत्ति है एक तरफ इंद्रियों को भी लगा की तरफ जाएगी, and at the same time it has to be applied in the supreme also. How can both be done? So one may question like this: na ubhayatra anvitam, so kakakshi tovika akshar. So only with one eye that proceeds, one mind can be applied in इंद्रियों की वृत्ति, and at the same time it can be applied in the Lord also. So there is a logic. So लौकिक न्याय का बहुत लिस्ट है बड़ा. अर्ध कुकुट न्याय और शाखा चंद्र न्याय से काकाक्षी बोलक न्याय. So ahead चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर's English translation. So some portion only I'll read. Tattve functions in relation to ekamanasaha, with mind exclusively devoted to the Lord, and in relation to the actions of the senses. But of the one-eyed crow, That's it. Both imply about how it has to be understood. Only have some reference there, but where it is, we cannot find. Word Satvi cannot mean other demigods. Means activities of the senses. The senses should have daily actions in accordance with the mantra concerning the Lord given by Guru. So Anu Shravika Karmanam. So this sloka is very nice. Here. उत्सर्गात् मलमूत्रादेश चित्त स्वास्थ्यं यतो भवेत् अतः पायुर उपस्थश्च तदा आराधन साधनम तद आराधन साधनम मूत्रादेः मलमूत्र विसर्जित होने पर चित्त स्वास्थ्यम यतो भवेत् चित्त मीन्स काम स्वास्थ्य हेल्दी Atah Paradhanam. Therefore, the anus and genital is also considered the instrument for performing aradhana, the sadhana. Tad aradhana sadhanam. Meaning is here also. Because the mind maintains a healthy state by excretion of should be considered as senses engaged in the service, in the Lord's service. The sadhana, aradhana sadhana, actually instrument for the sadhana. For the translation different. Even the organs but functioning in relation to bhakti are to be considered part of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. So there's a big cut down also, but we don't have time and so much patience also. Okay, translation, Prabhupada's translation.
Lord Kapila said, the senses are symbolic representations of the demigods of the Vedic injunctions. As the senses are representative of the demigods, so the mind is a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mind's natural duty is to serve, and that service spirit is engaged in a devotional service to the Personality of Godhead without any motive. That is
so Siddhehe Gariyasi. That is far better than even than salvation.
That spirit of service is far better than Siddhi, salvation. Bhakti, the inclination to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is in a transcendental position far better than mukti or liberation. In material activities of sense gratification or in the activities of the Vedic injunctions, there is some motive. But when the same senses are engaged in the service of the Lord and there is no motive, that is called animitta.
Animitta Bhagavati Bhakti Siddhehe Gariyasi. Okay, so such bhakti, what it results into. Jarayati Ashu Yakosham Vigirnam Analo Yatha. Tihi Ashu Kosham Jarayati. So Kosham means Linga Shariram, Sukshma Sharir hai. So such type of bhakti, as mentioned in the previous sloka, when all the bhaktis of it is applied only in the Supreme Lord. So that type of bhakti, Ya Bhakti, very soon, Kosham Jarayati. So the word Kosham means Linga Shariram, Jar Nigirnam. Swallowed, that which is swallowed. Yeah, Nigirnam